Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's keep up with the euro analysis. So as you can see, the market gradually is continuing the retracement that we started last week. So we do not see reversal yet. This market is coming to the major support areas at 1065. So in the weekly report we discussed the possible scenario how we will consider the taking of the long position, where this could happen, and what particular moments we need to keep an eye on the euro currency. So first of all, we have to say that market has not formed the perfect bullish scenario. So if you remember, as we said, let's keep watching on Monday what will happen if market, for example, will hit the 65 area and then close above the MACD predictor line. So that potentially could be our perfect scenario, because at the same moment we have the reaching of the major support and forming of the bullish grabber. As you can see, that has not happened, and market just closed below the MACD predictor. So now at least theoretically, trend stands bearish. Market turns below it. So currently we do not need the MACD indicator here anymore. This line, guys, is the top of the September month. This has the special meaning for us because we also keep an eye on the monthly chart, and if market will close below this area by the end of the month, this will be a reversal month on the monthly chart, reversal candle on the monthly chart, and that really could get some far-going consequences if this really will happen. But right now market is gradually continuing downward action. It means that we are turning to our basic scenario where we are watching for reaching of the major support is 1065, and then we'll see what we could do around this area. So if market will continue this gradual action, that's potential the level where we will consider taking the long position. As we are coming closer to the Fed statement, it really could provide the background for a rally on the EUR. So if this really will happen, that market could exceed the top of the September in last moment on the press conference of the Fed Reserve by the close of the month, and maybe in the last day of the October. So that's really could happen. Despite that, market right now stands below it. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, we're mostly watching for the same levels. So we said let's keep watching for a downward continuation because market was standing below the OP. Recent sell-off was significant because take a look, market has shown the tail closing of this drop. The same started with this sell-off. It also was relatively fast, and in general you could see that the CD leg stands faster than AB. It means that market could continue move lower. At the same time, as we said, we're not sure that market definitely will hit the XOP target. So that's probably could happen, but the problem is that XOP, which agrees with the weekly pivot support one, as you can see, but it stands below the confidence support. And maybe market could try to do this, but not the fact that XOP definitely will be reached. But at the same time, XOP is very good signal line that we could use for area for a stop placement. So if we will decide to take the long position, our stop should be below the XOP, because we do not know what will happen if market suddenly will show some spike, hits the XOP, and if we will place stop just below the confluence, we will be washed out by this action, but overall context still will be valid. That's the reason why we have to place stops below the XOP area. So currently we're just watching for a downward continuation here. So you can see yesterday market also has formed bearish grabber, and this grabber is still valid because overall price action stands below its stop. This grabber suggests the taking out of these lows, which correspondingly suggest for the downward action and reaching at least of this confidence support area. That's approximately what we will keep an eye on in the nearest time. On the hourly chart, well, we could make just a few comments. First of all, you can see that overall upward retracement has reached just the confidence resistance 111 area, then turns down. Here, minor Gartley's triple to sell has been formed, so you can see this drop, ABCD retracement, and then the market turns down again. Overall price action here doesn't remind the reversal action. So for reversal action, we need to see some acceleration, at least something of that sort, or better this kind of action but in opposite direction. But here overall action looks gradual, overlapping candles, deep retracement, candle by candle, as you can see. And so in general it's not really fast action, and that currently doesn't let us to suggest that it's really a reversal, and market is ready to start upward continuation right from this point. Agreement of the Brexit postponing in January, as you can see, has no significant impact on the market because that mostly were obvious thing, and market was ready to this decision. So let's keep watching what pattern will be formed. Maybe market will form some pattern that could finalize this downward action. I will not be surprised if we will get here maybe some butterfly or something of that sort. By the way, it's interesting where we will get the extension, the potential butterfly. If we suggest that butterfly will be right on based on this swing, we have 1063, 107 agrees with the confidence support, 1618 stands 1051, which is actually just 5 pips difference with the XOP target on the follow time frame chart. So it means that the overall context and scenario that we discussed in the weekly report is still valid. We are waiting at least for confidence around 1065 area, and then we will make the decision on the possible taking the position.